My name is Graeme Obree, twice world champion, former world air record holder. My tips for aerodynamic improvement that has worked for me is, well, the first thing is that I would have, if I was racing right now, is a drag to zero skin suit, because the body is 80% of the drag factor. But once you have that, tip number 2, it's about the head. It's human instinct to have the head raised to see clearly, but if you can learn, I personally learned in my racing career to dip the head almost like a swan neck. So still looking forward, but drop the whole head perhaps an inch, and train for that. Be mentally aware of that so that the entire stack height reduces. Pedals would be a thing I did in my career. Reduce the stack height of the pedals at the time from the best available by about 19 millimeters, which is a huge amount of difference, not to just the pedaling action, but also the aerodynamics, because the airflow underneath and the drop in the entire body height into the bike. So stack height is really important for pedals. The other thing would be to drop your ankle at the top of the stroke as much as you can, because as cyclists we generally don't start getting trained for our pedal action until we've become well used to it as children and become racing cyclists. Then we become the habit of what a pedal action is. So the learned action of dropping the ankle on the top of the stroke means that the thigh doesn't come as close to the chest cavity, which means that you can ride a fraction lower on the front end, or your height of your tri-bars can be slightly lower because you're dropping the ankle, and that makes the entire body lower. The other thing to do aerodynamically is to keep the head in a set position. Like if you look at big cats, hunting cats, then when they're going at a pace to hunt something down, then their head stays where it is and the body moves, which is very efficient in terms not just pedaling, not just aerodynamics, but if you hold your head in place, then you're not disrupting the whole airflow. It's better for your pedaling action. And also, if you do the gooseneck thing at the same time, your head locked in place with a slight body rock, allows you to ride a lower position. Another thing that's worth thinking about is how close together can you have your arms and your elbows. Every centimetre closer you can have your arms, your elbows and your hands together, it's a decrease in the wattage you need to produce to go at the same pace. So that's worth having if it doesn't affect other riding styles or aerodynamics. Well, the whole game in aerodynamics, the biggest single game is to get as much air going over the back and the top of the helmet as you can, rather than trying to go round the chest. That's the game in town. And if you drop the ankle, use these other techniques. Drop the stack height, slight rocking position for the head, static, then that gives you a much better fighting chance of doing that.